Hello everyone and welcome to Soul Work. Happy New Year. We're glad that everyone is joining us again tonight, and I'm your host Jeni Cousins, and of course we all know my co-host Kimberly Buckler. And before we get the show going tonight, we want to inform the viewers to give us a call after about 10 minutes or so. And what's that number, Kim, for everybody to call?
403-539-6710.
Absolutely. And make sure you indeed give us a call, Calgary, because we're waiting for your calls. And we want to inform the viewers of our guest tonight. I'm very excited to have Vikki on, I must say, because I really, really enjoy numerology. And please welcome Vikki MacKinnon to the show, everyone.
Yeah, and Vikki, I'm glad you're here. Can you explain to us what numerology is?
Well, numerology, first of all, is an ancient science that has powerful and profound insight and applications for our very, very modern life. It is also a study of the energy of numbers, how numbers affect every one of us, every day and in every way, including our career, our relationships, our finances, our personal and spiritual growth. It's all affected by the numbers around us. So numerology not only shows us how the numbers are affecting our lives, but also guides us in working effectively with that energy. And finally, I'd have to say that numerology provides us with a metaphysical framework for examining our sacred contract. Who am I here to become? What am I here to contribute? Numerology can provide you with that information.
It does give a lot of information about, even, your career moves and your future and such like that. Can you explain to the viewers a little bit about how that works in a way with
how
with
it gives
numbers?
well I always like to tell people that numerology is not fortune telling. It is forecasting in that it will tell you about the dominant energy patterns and emerging themes in your life, but it is not forecasting. I work with when I work with people, I love to tell them about their personal year in particular, because we have a personal year that begins on our birthday and goes from birthday to birthday, and it has a very direct and immediate and highly discernible impact on our life. Yeah,
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, so this year it's 2014. Can you explain what that would mean?
Well, certainly. Well, although the personal year has perhaps the most direct and immediate impact on your life, everyone on the globe right now is being affected by the energy of number 7, which is the global year that we're experiencing. So number 7 is a number that is quiet. It's a number that calls us to be reflective, to go within, to develop faith and intuition. It is also a very scientific number. So in terms of global predictions, as it were, I would say that this is an ideal time for some of the really great minds, some of the men and women who are highly educated and have strong expertise in their area, to come together and really look at some of the problems that are existing in the world today. In fact, I would like to think, the optimistic side of me thinks, that we could see by the end of this 7 years some really phenomenal advances in medicine. We could see some substantial advances in this whole situation in Fukushima. I've been to Japan teaching numerology.
Yes,
so
I noticed that you've had also viewers, by the way. Vikki's had over 30 years experience in her teaching and her training and such, and I noticed that you have traveled throughout North America, Japan, Tokyo, the US and Britain. That's excellent. That's fascinating.
So so obviously I have a sort of I feel closely connected with the Japanese people, and and obviously all of us are affected by this Fukushima situation, but there are other situations in the world right now that I believe bear good analytical thought. And that's one of the things about the number 7 energy, is it helps people to step out of ego-based fears, out of emotional turmoil, and just come to some really good viable solutions for themselves and for others as well.
Absolutely. It's so important to do that, and because I know even a friend of mine was saying yesterday that you know, he's the number 7 for this year. And I thought, you know, that's really good, because watch the show, because Vikki is coming on, and you know, she can explain more about, of course, the number 7 and that what it represents and such.
So absolutely, if your own personal year is completely aligned with the energy of the global year, you're going to find that that energy is much more intense for you. I would have to say too, I'd like to share with the viewers that the energy and the momentum of this year is going to seem slower, and that these solutions that we're hoping to come forward and advances that we're hoping for, everything is just going to be slowed down. So I don't think that we're going to hear an awful lot and learn a lot about it till later on in the year. You know, that there are constrictions around number 7 as well. Okay.
No, that kind of makes sense, because we were doing the predictions, and I was thinking the pharmaceuticals, and that'll be towards the end of this year that I think the companies are going to start falling apart.
Truth will start coming forward, yes.
On what,
so it's a year to develop our faith and our intuition and truly go within and examine our priorities as well. A year that favors higher learning and developing our expertise and our learning in whatever area is meaningful to us, so that we can then take it forward and share it with others.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about, because the more that we learn, the more that we can teach and help others. You know, come to terms with things, right?
Absolutely.
And do you do teachings with people to show people? Let's say if I came to you and I said, you know, can you teach myself or somebody else, let's say, of how to do numerology? Do you do that as well?
Absolutely. I do a lot of personal readings and private sessions, but I believe that numerology is an indispensable tool in our toolkit. It's a life skill, and I do like to teach it to whoever is interested in learning, and I trust the universe to bring those people forward to me. Since 2008, I've been teaching a very content-rich weekend workshop, full weekend workshop called the Born to Thrive Weekend, and I do have one coming up on March 15th and 16th.
Oh, excellent. Is it here in
It's here in Calgary. I've
Okay.
taught it in Tokyo, and I've also taught it in they have an opportunity, not just the cognitive learning, but the spiritual process, the creative process of integrating it and working with it as well. And most of them do their partners and their children or their moms or their friends and that sort of thing during the course of the weekend. We have a lot of fun, and it's it's really a very special weekend to me and to them as well.
I bet.
Vikki, you wrote a book. What prompted you to write this book?
Well, the flippant answer would be I wanted everybody to speak my language. I wanted to show my readers how you can use numerology to help you to understand and come to terms with circumstances in your life, and to help you not only stay in the flow, but understand the flow and understand how you can make the very best possible use of your time and energy. Because, among other things, numerology is a system for proactive living. So when you understand how those numbers work in your life and how you can work with the numbers, you can really move forward. So my book is designed to show you how we all move in cycles of 9. I find it so, it saddens me really to think that so many people are completely unaware of the fact that we all move in cycles of 9. Years 1 to 9. We have personal years, 9 personal years, 9 personal months, even 9 personal days. And when you know how to work with that energy, this is not fortune telling.
Like a rebirth, because even 9, for, like pregnancy, for instance, rebirth.
Exactly.
So I take that too, 9 as rebirth, and then, I work with that too, so that's interesting.
This is not fortune telling so much as it is about
cycles.
Let's make positive and proactive use of this energy. I had 3 kids at the beginning. I had 3 children ages 13, 6.5, and a year and a half. And I was a full-time school teacher. So I had to use my time and my energy very carefully and and I can't begin to tell you how much numerology helped me through that period of time.
I bet. And we noticed that you also have a CD, a meditation CD, gifts and gratitude. Just show
connecting with the energy of numbers. That's
right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That looks wonderful. I love a good meditation CD. Because it's really, you can get really in touch with yourself. And let's say, for instance, if somebody wanted to book an appointment with you, how would our viewers, for instance, get in touch with you?
Okay. First of all, I'd have to encourage them to give me about 2, sometimes even 3 years.
Okay.
Or not years, sorry,
I was
weeks.
going to say, my goodness.
I'm popular, but not that popular. About 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks lead up time for that appointment. Contact me at info@gotyournumber.ca and we can book an appointment for you. And
what's your website?
And my website is gotyournumber.ca.
I love that. I really like that because it's so suitable.
Yeah.
And it really stands out. It's not like it's a website that you're like, what was that again? I mean, as soon as I saw it, I thought, I love that.
Yeah, I get a lot of comments on it.
I really like that. It really suits you.
Yeah, and I often introduce myself by saying, I'm Vikki and I've got your number.
Yes, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And it was a real pleasure having you on, Vikki.
It's been an absolute pleasure for me as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I mean, I'm really, grateful that you gave me a copy of your book. It was really nice. I wanted to get a copy anyway, so I mean... that was wonderful, definitely.
Well, that's good.
I really appreciate it and look forward to it.
For you
definitely.
And all the rest of the viewers, all the best in 2014. And please let numbers guide you to success.
do actually. Well, I know it's the year of the horse, 2014, and I'm the horse.
Steadfast and loyal.
Yes, it's happening really fast, a lot of things right now, so I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like not even the first, it's the first week only, so, I can hardly wait to see what happens. But we just want to remind the viewers that we're just going to take a short break right now, and when we come back, what's that number, Kim, for the viewers to call us at?
403-539-6710.
Absolutely. So be waiting for your calls, Calgary. We'll be right back after this message. Hello, everyone, and welcome back, and thanks again for tuning into Soul Work. And I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and of course, this is Kimberly Buckler, my co-host. And it was a lot of fun having Vikki on the show, I must say, because I've always, been a fan of horoscopes and astrology and numerology and the zodiac signs and everything. Because I know you like working with numbers and.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because it was kind of neat. Because this year is a 7-year, right?
Yeah.
Today's a 7-day.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is adding up 2014 is 7, and then January the 8th, I think. So it all adds up to a 7, and it's quite interesting how it all works. And
exactly.
Yeah, and for me, it's going to be a personal 7-year starting February. So it's quite interesting how it all falls into play.
See, I'm looking forward to because this is the year of the horse in Chinese zodiac, so it's supposed to be a good year. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, we've got a caller already. Her name is Darlene.
To start off the new year, and our caller is Darlene, I guess Kim said.
Darlene?
Darlene?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I've got a question for you. I am starting a 9-year cycle, and I'm wondering what my first order of business is this year. I'm just overwhelmed with everything that I think I should do and I know that I have to do, and I just don't know where to start.
Yeah, I think one of the first things for you to do before anything is take a deep breath and really, slow down, right? On the last show that we did on our predictions on the 18th, I did mention that 2014 is also a year for a lot of people to do a lot of soul searching, right? Mm-hmm. And when run around, and our brain is going 100 miles an hour, and we know we have to do all of these things and make all of these changes. If we go too quickly and too fast, then that's when we're going to make a lot of mistakes. So I really feel for you, it's almost like whatever is coming to you first off to do, whatever is flowing for you, right? It's almost like those extra tasks that you already have on the plate that you want to do. I'm feeling that those are going to come more for you during the summertime. So I'm really feeling like right now, even for the next 7 weeks, speaking of numbers, that you're going to make some more changes, even more personally in the home and also in a career-wise. What are you doing right now?
I work in a call center.
In a call center, okay. All right. And were you looking at making a change within that? I'm not feeling a change with that immediately right away. No,
I'm not either. I'm definitely not feeling a change there. More my personal.
Yeah.
And just that 9-year completion of so many things that are out of sorts from the past. And I sort of don't know where to even start dealing with a lot of past issues and finally putting them to bed.
Yeah, like if you go back even a week ago, if you can remember a week ago, you might have had a lot of even memories, even flashbacks of certain things even from your childhood, up until even your ages now. It's almost like you might have had some quiet time to do a lot of reflecting and come to terms with things, right? Yeah, so it's all leading up for this new year to come, right? Your job is okay. I'm really feeling though that you might have something else come up that might intrigue you, and it very well could be even where you are right now. It's almost like you could have room even for a bit even more of an advancement. You might hear of something from somebody, or you might read of something, and you might even consider it.
Okay, that's interesting. So I'm very happy with my job. Like that's fine. It's one of the things.
It's at your same thing. It's at what you're doing now, but it almost seems like it's up to a different level, in a way, right? Let's say, for instance, you might move up to more of a management level, right? There's going to be an opportunity coming, and it's something you might look at, but it's your decision if you want it to make that decision or not, right? And it's all about staying on that comfort zone.
I think I get a feeling you underestimate your potential. That's what keeps on coming to my mind, is you underestimate your potential.
That's interesting. Well, I probably have a lot of help with that.
Yeah. And that's okay, because it's all about, we cannot jump into something when we're not ready, right? There's always opportunities that, come our way in any way, any form, relationship, career-wise, a move, anything like that, right? And we have to be ready, and it has to feel right for us to make that next step and the next move. And if we're not ready, then it's okay, right? The opportunity will come up again at another time for you. Like, you will see it. Okay, 6 to 7 weeks. It doesn't mean you have to jump on it, but it is there for you, right? If you want to take a look at it, I personally would take a look at it if I were you. It doesn't mean that you're going to do it, right? But I see more internal changes that you are going to be making, a lot more internal changes that you're going to be making. It's almost like you very well could even go out, like even I'm seeing a different, even a hairstyle of some sort. It might not be something you're looking at now, but it could be, like different even color and a cut sometime. You might very well go to the hairdresser and say, just, do whatever you want type thing. So I'm seeing you making more changes like that, even, like coming in the springtime. And I'm seeing water. Are you going somewhere?
I wasn't planning on it. Unless my finances improve, then I'd love to go to water.
Yeah. It's not that you're going to Chestermere Lake, right? I'm seeing, you know what I mean? It's nothing like that whatsoever. But I am seeing you by the water. Okay,
Okanagan.
Water, like a water, big lake like
water.
that.
Yeah,
like an ocean, like Vancouver, something like that. And you should go with that, because water it represents emotions. Okay, and I am seeing the fruit trees and that, so it's interesting how Kim brought up the Okanagan.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do love BC. I do, yeah.
Absolutely. And you'll have that opportunity again too. Like that's what, I said earlier, there'll be opportunities coming up for you. It doesn't mean you have to go, but for something like that, it's almost like I feel you should go because it's like a healing.
Right.
Some type of a healing that you still need to work through yet.
Would my finances allow for that, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you take a look at the situation right now. It's not like I see you going to the Okanagan tomorrow, right? Of course not, so it's like the Okanagan would be, like summertime, even the fall even.
Making it happen. It's just making it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Making it happen. We can focus something. If we want to go on a vacation, right? We can sit back and say, I'd like to go here, for instance. It's like, okay, let me look at reality with this. Right, but I'm really feeling that, and I'm seeing you sitting on like a lawn chair of some sort on the beach, right? And you're going to be like, why didn't I do this before?
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah. So again, it's taking a look at, that's not till summertime. You could go in the fall, like I said. I'm feeling more so with that, and you can make that happen. It's like, okay, how much am I going to need for gas if I drive? How much am I going to need for flight or hotel or anything to do on that nature? And we can kind of plan ahead of things, and work things through on a different level, right? Yeah.
That sounds heaven.
Yeah, but we can do that, right? I mean, finances or no finances, we can create situations to happen. If you vision in your mind, that's it. I'm going to the Okanagan, or I'm going, anywhere you want to go, we can work on that. If it's going to somewhere far away like Hawaii or something, of course we know that's going to cost, more money.
A lot more.
Right? I mean, I did that one year when I was sitting back and I was, with a friend, and I said, why haven't I traveled? Like, this is crazy. I'm not going to wait for the right person to travel with. So I took things in my own hands, and I thought, okay, I want to go to Hawaii, right? And this was October, a few years back. So to make a long story short, I ended up going to Hawaii in that January because I was focused. I thought, okay, where am I going to get the finances, just like you, to put everything together and that. And I created it to happen because I kept it focused in my mind. And I made it happen. And after that point, I just kept on traveling.
Darlene, I got a funny feeling that you're one of those. The words are coming to mind where a problem will come up, problematic.
I'm sorry, a problem which, pardon me?
You have the ability to be able to see something and be able to put it together a lot faster than what you realize, and you underestimate your capabilities with doing this. So many things have happened around you and people have taken credit for it, but you were the one that made the initial step to say, you know what, I can see this happening, or this is how I can see it being done. So the same thing with this holiday. All of a sudden it's just going to come into place and you're going to see the answers to it. So you worry too much.
Yeah.
You worry way too much.
Yeah, and also watch your stomach area too.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm feeling like it's almost like an appendix, on a side, or an ovary of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
right.
not.
I'll keep tabs on that.
Yeah, it's not like right in the middle or something. It's on like a side, right? So just kind of keep more of an eye on that. It's nothing major or anything like that. Just kind of watch your diet. But we want to appreciate. We thank you for calling, but we do have another caller already calling in.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Okay. And you can phone in next Wednesday night as well if you'd like.
And our next caller is Carmen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Our next caller was who, Kim?
Carmen.
Carmen.
Hi.
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 How are you doing? And do you have a question for us tonight?
Yeah, actually, I just happened to turn on the TV here just as I got home from work, and I was like, I might as well just give you a call, and that's pretty cool. I got through. So I actually, I've been to a couple of psychics and stuff in my life, but just kind of curious as to, I've never called on, so I'm not sure how it works, but what do you see for me in 2014? Just kind of going through it. Like, I was listening to you before, and like you said to the other girl, there's definitely an alignment in the earth where everyone's kind of reshifting and reseeing what their goals are, and I'm just kind of curious as to what you can see for me or what you pick up on my energy.
Are you shedding a relationship? Are you leaving a relationship or thinking of leaving one?
No, I haven't actually been in one for a little while.
I'm feeling when Kim said shedding a relationship, that actually can go in two ways. It's almost like sometimes when we're shedding a relationship of some sort, it could be from a previous relationship, and shedding is like shedding a rebirth, you know, like a snake, for instance, clearing the skin, you know, to bring in a new one, right? So because, you know, we all need that space and time in between hand, right, to heal from our previous relationship, right? And I am feeling somebody else coming around, and I keep on seeing a cowboy for some reason.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, when I heard your voice, actually I could see rodeos. I could see two children. You don't have children right now, do you?
No.
Okay, I'm seeing two children though, very much around you. I'm seeing a cowboy. I'm seeing the horses, right? And I'm hearing Blairmore come in. Right, and I know up in Blairmore and even the Crow's Nest past areas and such, they have rodeos and such. But it might not be something you're into today. But you very well could have like a girlfriend, you know, say let's just do something different this year. Because I just feel this year for you, you're going to make a lot of different changes that you want. That is not the average change. It's almost like, let's say, you know, if I want to learn how to
little workshops.
You know, little workshops or stuff, or all of a sudden if I, you know, I want to learn how to paint, right? Or all of a sudden if I want to learn how to ride a horse. But I'm feeling the horse around you too, so that was the first thing I heard was horse. You're not a horse sign, are you?
No, actually.
Yeah. No, the horse is what I saw first of all with you. And at times whenever I'm seeing a horse, it could represent that you own like a horse, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like a horse with the cowboy coming in, because I'm seeing him. It's almost like he's a gentleman, of you know, like a chivalrous knight type person. He's a real down to earth, genuine person. He's not somebody who, you know, just tells you a story. Yeah, but that very well will take you more into the summertime. Right, you very well could meet even somebody coming up here within the next 2 months, very quickly.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys like I've been just dating here and there. And
yeah, I'm not feeling it with any of them, to be very honest with you. All right, I'm feeling no. So I mean, to date and stuff like that is okay, but this other cowboy character is coming in. But we want to thank you for calling in, Carmen. We're unfortunately already at the end of our show, and
well. You've had a successful half hour.
Yes, I know. So next Wednesday night, we're on again live at 6:30. And we want to thank the viewers tonight for joining us at Soul Work. Thanks again, everyone.
Hey, welcome to Go Calgary. This is Phoenix, and today we're going snowshoeing. We're just west of Bragg Creek. It's the day use area. This is, from what I understand, supposed to be a spectacular place, and what a great day. You've got the trees, you've got the sunshine, and of course, plenty of snow. More on this trail, but here's what else is happening in this half hour. Snowboarding at COP, ski building from a true artisan, and how you can help in this week's Crime Stoppers. This is Go Calgary. Let's go. You know, as we're enjoying this wonderful outdoor